Of course, we have to start with the ongoing situation in the Middle East, which has claimed the lives of over 900 Israelis, 770 Palestinians, according to the latest claims. Rishi Sunak has said this afternoon that the UK government is doing everything they can to help Brits caught in the Israel-Hamas war. That's the Foreign Secretary, James Cleverly, revealed a significant number of British Israelis have been caught up in the conflict. Rishi Sunak also pledged his support to the Jewish community here in the UK.
We will make sure that they feel safe at this time, and the police have been given very clear guidance and advice from the government to do everything that they can to keep the community safe. They will clamp down on any behaviour that falls foul of the law. I just remind everyone that Hamas is a proscribed terrorist organisation. People should not be supporting Hamas.
Meanwhile, Scottish First Minister Hamza Youssef has revealed that his parents-in-law are trapped in Gaza after visiting family.
They're being told by the Israelis to leave Gaza. They're being told that Gaza will be effectively turned into rubble, but they have nowhere to go. They can't leave. Gaza is under blockade. And even with the assistance of the Foreign Office, they cannot guarantee any safe passage to any of the borders. And therefore, you can imagine my wife and I are sick with worry about whether or not, frankly, our parents, my in-laws will survive or not.
It's an extraordinary situation to be in. And of course, Hamza Youssef is one of tens of thousands of people in the UK who will have or know family and loved ones over on both sides, whether they're in Gaza or whether they're in Israel, who are going to be affected by what's going on, which is tragic.
It is horrendous. And Angela Epstein was very articulate yesterday on Jeremy's show, because she happens to be in Israel at the moment, and gave us a very articulate and moving somebody who actually is not caught up in it, but who is very close to it. But you look at the Palestinian side of things, and Gaza is a very densely populated
2.5 million people
in a tiny area. So if bombing happens, then there's no question that civilians are part of that. How can it not be?
It's always the innocent that suffer in war, and unfortunately it's happening again.
Yeah. Well, look, of course, it's going to be a developing story, and we will be bringing you the latest every day. Let's move on to a happier note, Mark. Euro 2028 is trending. It's 5 years away. Why are we talking about it today?
Because the UK and Ireland have been confirmed by UEFA as the hosts of the Men's European Championships in 2028, which is brilliant. Gives us a really good chance of winning it.
Do you think home advantage?
Well, yeah, I think so. Because I think the final's going to be at Wembley, as it was in the previous European Championships, and we did all right then. And yeah, it'll be great for the economy as well, which is,
Gareth Bale announcing it there, UK and Ireland winning it. Their proposed stadiums are Wembley Stadium, the Principality Stadium in Cardiff. Also, you've got Hampden Park in Glasgow, the Aviva Stadium in Dublin. So, all around. And I think, there's plenty more stadiums there.
Still like we were in Europe, isn't it?
I wouldn't go there, Nina. Right. Now, it's in about 2 o'clock, so in about just over half an hour's time, Keir Starmer is going to be taken to the stage at the Labour Party conference in Liverpool, and he's pledging to jail those who assault shop workers for 2 years, as he says Labour could be in power for a decade.
I hope not.
Mark, what do you make of that?
I hope not.
Well,
I mean, I hope they're not in power for 10 years. Ooh,
what do you make of the proposal to jail people for 2 years?
I think he could go further. I think 5 years. I think really put a stamp on this because it's getting out of control. So actually, one of the only times I've ever agreed with Keir Starmer. I think this is a really good thing that he's calling out for.
Nina?
Well, I think 2 years is sufficient, basically, and in practical terms, our jails are bursting full. There is no room. They're supposed to be running out of room this week.
We have about just over 900 places free.
So the courts are clogged up. There's all of that. However, the high street is dying. It's and there's a complete epidemic of shoplifting. Some of it is because of the financial crisis. There are people who are stealing to provide baby formula for their children.
Yeah, that's different.
That's a different subject altogether. But this is people steaming into local shops, and local shop. It's apparently $1 billion pounds that they're losing, and something's got to be done about it. But then we come back to better policing, don't we?
Yeah, I was going to say we come back to our first debate. Yvette Cooper did talk about policing. The Shadow Home Secretary. She took to the floor at the Labour Party conference in Liverpool. She said she wanted to put more domestic abuse experts in 999 call centres. That's another announcement coming out.